Yo, what is up everyone? I am outside. I wanted to change the scenery on purpose and not be at my computer when I make this video, but had a recent conversation with a good friend of mine who is kind of like a boss or lead of a bunch of different pen testers. And I asked him like, yo, what are you seeing as new pen testers come into the field? What are some of their biggest difficulties or the things they wrestle with once they land their first pen testing job? And he told me like the issue is what he calls the Instagram lifestyle. The whole idea that because you make maybe a little more money than you made before, you immediately need to change your lifestyle, you need to upgrade your cost of living. And here's what I've noticed. Many of us suck at handling finances. And it's even true when we get into cybersecurity. So many people think, look, if I only make $80,000 a year or $100,000 a year, name your price, then I will be satisfied. Then I'll have more than enough. Then I won't always feel broke. And here's the thing. All the people who say that, they make that much money and they still can't figure out why they're living paycheck to paycheck because they suck at managing their finances and they begin to measure themselves by the things they have. So let's talk a little bit about money and about just lifestyle. When you get your first cybersecurity job as a pen tester or in cybersecurity, you're probably gonna make a decent chunk of money. At least I did based on what I was doing before. Many of you know my story, but before I got into cybersecurity or just IT in general, I was a pastor and I was making anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and for a family of four. We actually qualified, if I remember right, we qualified for food stamps and government assistance and all that stuff. I didn't accept it then because, to be honest, we were doing just fine. Even with that lower income, we were able to provide for our needs and still even be generous with the little bit of money that we had extra. So now I make like 5 times that or even more than that, my current income. And I'm sure that's only destined to go up because of the field that I am in. But here's the thing. I have not changed my standard of living at all. I live in the same house I lived in as a pastor, drive the same car. Actually, I am filming this from my car on purpose. I'll show you guys. So me with my 6-figure salary, here's my vehicle, a 2002 Volvo. I don't even know how many miles are on it because the odometer is broken. You can't even check the miles. If you do, like legit, the odometer doesn't work. I don't know how many miles are on it. The AC works half the time, but like I haven't changed my standard of living. I think the only thing I splurged on is I bought a new computer because my other computer was trash and it was hard to stream and do everything like that. So like, what do I do with my extra money? Well, let me share with you a few things I do that I would encourage you to do once you land your first cybersecurity job, or actually start doing it now. These are all things I did when I was a pastor making $40,000 a year. And now I do it now making over 6 figures for my salary. Number one, put money in savings. Like guys, just because you make more money does not mean you need to spend your entire paycheck every time you get it. I spend the same amount I spent as a pastor, and as a result, I've just been able to put a lot of money in savings. So like right now, I have over a year's worth of expenses saved up. That means I could lose my job right this moment, and I could go over an entire year with no income, and I wouldn't have to panic. All my bills would be paid, health insurance, I'd be able to cover that, all my expenses would be paid, my kids would be taken care of. Heck, I could probably even still go on like a yearly vacation because I've taken that money and set it aside rather than spending it on stupid crap like so many people with their money. You don't need a new car. You don't need a camper. You don't need a new house just because you make a little more money. Set that part in savings, not only for you, but if you have a family, if you have kids, that'll pay off in the end. It'll be less stressful when you actually have money on the side. When you have those emergency expenses come through, you don't need to panic because once again, the money is there. The second thing I would encourage you to do is be generous. Like many of you know this, but I am a Christian. I have a whole other YouTube channel where I talk about my faith. I don't want to get preachy on this channel, but if you want to check that out, I'll drop a link to that second channel in the description of this video. But I am a Christian and I follow a guy named Jesus. You may have heard of him before. And Jesus once said it's more blessed to give than to receive. And he once had an encounter with what has been known as the rich young ruler. Just a rich young dude like me, like you. Probably if you live in the US, you probably qualify as rich, just looking across the board at incomes across different countries. But he talked to this rich guy once who was like, yo, teacher, I'm a good person. What must I do to gain eternal life? And Jesus told him, look, bro, sell everything you have, because here's the thing. This dude loved possessions. He loved wealth and he loved status, and it was destroying him. And the best way to destroy greed in your own life is to give it away. So I'm not going to tell you all the money I give away, but I give away almost as much as I used to make total as a pastor. I give away a lot of my money to different organizations I support in the religious world, because once again, I'm a follower of Jesus. I try to give towards those causes. I give to some cybersecurity stuff. I give to sponsor giveaways. I just try to be generous with what I have. I really believe that the money that you are given, you are blessed to be a blessing. Even if you're not religious, but you are blessed to be a blessing. We should live our lives open-handed. Money comes in, money goes out. My personal philosophy is, since I'm a Christian, none of it belongs to me in the first place, so I want to be generous with whatever I have been given. So that'd be my encouragement to you, even from a non-religious point of view. If you are a pen tester, if you're in cybersecurity, you don't need to live the Instagram lifestyle. Drive your 2002 Volvo. My table at home as well, you guys have seen this. If I could bring you to my house right now, I could show it to you. My computer desk is 2 6-foot white tables that I made an L shaped out of. Like, that is my computer desk, and that's what it was before. My brick wall behind me that you see in my streams, a fake brick wall I bought off Amazon for $20 because I work in an unfinished basement. Just because you make more money does not mean you need to upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your standard of living. Instead, save money, give money away, and slowly, as you build up that base, you can upgrade your lifestyle a little bit. But here's the thing. More money truly will not make you happy. More toys will not make you happy. I try to teach that to my kids. They get a new toy. 2 weeks later, that toy's old. They want another new toy. We think that's a kid thing, but we all do it as well. We get one car, we get a boat, we get whatever your silly toy is, and it satisfies you for a month until you want the next thing, or you see your neighbors down the street have another thing. It is stupid, guys. Get off the rat race. Quit chasing status. Quit trying to flaunt wealth. It is not worth it. Save your money and then be generous with your money. And I promise you, you'll find more satisfaction in that, because once again, a guy named Jesus talked about it. So hope you found this video helpful, and hopefully you enjoyed this change of scenery. I'll even just show you guys where I'm at. Beautiful place. I'll back out over here, a state park I like to hang out at. But I mean, absolutely beautiful out here. There's a river down there. This is true wealth, guys. Just going outside, enjoying nature. If you have kids, being with your kids, hanging out with them, that's true wealth. Not getting the next career, not getting a promotion, but being with your family, being present. That's where true wealth and status should be found. So look, hope you enjoyed this different style of video, just kind of just real talk from outside, and I will see you guys in the next one.